Hello students, welcome you to our web technology and its applications video lecture. It's the course overview and course outcome. In the last class we have seen started with the cascade, that is when there is a conflict, which particular style has to be applied, that we were discussing about. We have seen three different principles in inheritance, specificity and location are the three different principles. Among that we have seen inheritance and specificity. So now we'll go for location. So in location, when inheritance and specificity are not able to determine the style precedence, the principle of location will be used. The principle of location is that when rules have the same specificity, then the latest are given more weight. So based on where the rule is based, where it has appeared. So you can just observe here. Say for example, here one particular ID attribute, that the element having the ID value as example is first specified with orange, and in the same block we have written color as the magenta. So here specificity is same, the element is same. So location, the one which is appearing at the later point of time, that is magenta, will be under effect, right? So this is based on the one which is recent, that will be under the effect. Okay, so again we have id equal to example style color is red. So this is again overridden. So if you have not written this particular part using inline element, then it would have taken magenta, but it is overridden again. So this rule is overridden by this particular rule, and the color red will be reflected to that particular element having the ID as example. So this is what I mean to say. So these are the three different principles. One is based on which the precedence of element is decided, that is nothing but the three principles are inheritance, specificity and the location. Okay, so apart from this there are certain exceptions. So where that exception comes, that I'll tell you. One exception to the principle of location is if a property is marked with the symbol this, that is exclamation with the important, then that itself is applied. That itself indicates that this particular rule is being given with a higher precedence. So this is an exception to a rule of principle of either it is from specificity or from the inheritance or from the location. If it is marked with the important, then that itself will be under the effect. Okay, so this is all about cascade. So now we'll look on the box model of CSS. What is box model? I'll explain you. So as I was discussing practically also, every element of HTML is virtually having a border. I said it is a element box, we say. It is absolutely essential that you should know about the terminology and relationship of CSS properties with the element box. So let us go for that. So what is the box model? Let me explain here. So this is the box model. This diagram is showing you a box model. As you can observe here, this outer one is the dotted one, is a border of the web page, and this is the border of particular element. Let us say it is a border of one particular paragraph, right? So within that the text is appearing. So it is not directly fitting to the it is not dragged up till the border, right? Some space is left out in between, right? The text and its border, this we call as a padding. Okay, and when we write text here, that is text will appear, will be filled between this border and outside border of that element. So what is padding then? It is a space between the text present inside that particular element and its border. Okay, that gap we call as a padding. And then what is the margin? Say there may be more than one element within a HTML document also. Margin, I hope you got it. With respect to window size, browser window size, margin is measured. From the top left corner we say this is at 10 100, right? 10 pixels from x direction, 100 pixels from the y direction. Okay, this is margin, it remains common. And there is one more one more term that we come across, that is spacing. It is not visible here. So in spacing comes into picture when you have multiple elements being displayed on the same web page, say one table and one paragraph. The gap between these two elements we call as a spacing. Whether they are lying very close to each other, there is a gap left, so that can also be specified by using a spacing attribute. So let us look into few of the background studies on box model property. The background color or image of an element fills an element out to till its border, right? In contemporary web design, it has become extremely common to use CSS to display the purely presentational images, like we are using background gradients, patterns, rather than using the IMG element. Rather than using IMG element, we can make use of a CSS property. So CSS is defining certain background properties like background attachment, background color, background image, background position, background repeat, background size. Many of this you know it while we are doing it in say Word or any kind of such editors, right? Background, a combined shorthand property that allows you to set all other properties. Background attachment, it specifies that you want to set a background as an image or anything that has to be attached, right? Specifies whether the background image scrolls with the document or remains fixed. Possible values are, for this you can either specify the value as fixed or scroll. So, and this is to set the background color. You know the way to specify the color. Background image, you can specify the value of this as an image, right? URL can be used, right, either in absolute file path mode or in a relative path mode, right, where you are specifying the name of the file. Background position, when you have where you want to place that. If it is a smaller background structure you want to place, whether it should be placed at the background of the element at what position, bottom, center, left and right, that can be the possible values for this. Background repeat, you might have seen in Windows desktop setting also. If you want to set your certain picture to your desktop window, then you can have center only once it comes. You want to repeat it, right, you have a repeat property available. Whether you want to repeat that in x direction, y direction, so the possible values for background repeat are repeat x, that is repeating in x direction, repeating in y direction, or else you can set it as no repeat, then it is displayed only once. So you can also specify the size of the background by means of width and height also. So you can just observe the background repeat property here. It is smaller sized one, right? So you have used repeat, it is repeated throughout. You are not, as the pattern is not changing anywhere, it looks similar. So this is the way you get. Okay, when you take no repeat, it is displayed only once. It is repeated only in y direction. This one is repeated only in x direction. I hope you are able to understand the meaning of background repeat property of CSS. Background position, where you would like to place this. You want to place it 50 pixels from the top and 300 pixels from the left side. This is the way you can specify 300 pixels, 50 pixels, x and y direction of placing that particular element in terms of pixels. Borders is the next property. Borders provide a way to visually separate the elements. So you can specify the property even to all the different 4 sides of an element as well, or to any particular. These are the list of properties. Border, it is combinedly applied for all the 4 sides. You have the other properties also. Border style, where you are giving the value as dotted, dashed, double. I hope you are able to identify the meanings of this. You can specify the width, thickness, color you can specify, radius. If it is a rounded corner, having a border having a rounded corner, then you can specify how much it should be rounded. Whether you want to have a, rather than dotted this or a groove, you can use image also to be as a border. So these are the different border properties. We'll see the examples over this in the next video.